Okay. Time to feed these. Feed these gamers. All right. Hello, people. Another beautiful day. Yup. Hope your five senses work. Health and strength is good. Excellent. What? What's up, Steam Deck fans? Steam Deck tribe, nation, universe, world, legion. What's good? Mob, what's happening? Squad, what's up? Nerds, geeks, and freaks, and you investigators, what's happening? All right. We talking about Final Fantasy 14 here. So here's what I got for you. Since we're talking Final Fantasy 14, the Final Fantasy 14. Whoops, come back here. It says Final Fantasy 14 Dawn Trail release date, trailer, story, and more. Learn more about Final Fantasy 14 Dawn Trail release date for the MMO 7.0 expansion and the latest story of the Scorn adventure to the new world. And it says here, when is the Final Fantasy 14 Dawn Trail release date? FF14 7.0 will be the fifth major expansion for the Final Fantasy 14 since its release as a Realm Reborn. The critical acclaim MMORPG delivers one of the most richly designed world to explore, telling our friendly crafted characters lead stories that can bring you to joy or devastation. While it's great with the friends or other players online, FF14 can be played entirely solo as well, letting you enjoy it however you like. And then it says here, FF14 Dawn Trail is the upcoming expansion for the hugely successful MMORPG. Unlike most of the other entries in Square Enix Final Fantasy series, which are predominantly single-player RPGs, FF14 is an online multiplayer world frequently by millions of players, has been growing since its launch in 2013. Here's the first look at the Dawn Trail. Everything we know about the settling story, the new jobs, graphics update, and FF14 Dawn Trail release. And then it says here, whoops, come back here, trying to get it. It says here, the FF14 Dawn Trail release date. The FF14 Dawn Trail release date is Tuesday, July 2nd. Early access will begin Friday, June 28th. Director Nokai Yoshida says the team was originally planned to launch a week early, but decided to avoid launching at the same time as the Elden Ring DLC, Shadows of the Erdtree. And says here, whoops, come back here. Says here, Yoshida made the original date announcement at FS14 FanFest 2023 in Las Vegas, where the Dawn Trail expansion was first revealed. He also laid out the first detail of what we can expect to be doing in Dawn Trail, which you can read about below. At the FF14 FanFest 2024 in Tokyo, Yoshida confirms that the team does have an internal date plan, but say he doesn't want to announce a date until the team is certain it can hit it. After the previous expansion, Endwalker, was delayed, he does, however, says that it won't be in October, it will be summer. And then it says here, the FF14 Dawn Trail trailer, the first FF14 Dawn Trail trailer was revealed on Friday, July 28, 2023, live at the FF14 FanFest Las Vegas. It has an upbeat, whimsical teaser that set up the holiday theme expansion, followed the conclusion of the decade-long saga that has spanned the base game and all its expansion since. We see the Warrior of Light join joined on the deck of sailboat by Endwalker, beloved bunny boy Erneville, as the crew makes its way to the new world. And then it says here, we see a moment of tension as our main character squares off against a giant mamul in the corridor. Before the music kicks back up, we were treated to the various members of the Scorn of the Seventh Dawn enjoying their breaks. And then it says Rhea, Tia, biting into a bit of fat taco, Alyssa contemplating a vibrant green fruit, and then Tancree crafting up a local, of course, and then Scorn, our bookkeeper, you Ranger kicking back with a fancy cocktail. And then it says the FF14 Dawn Trail max level cap. The FF14 Dawn Trail max level cap is 100. Yoshida confirmed at Fans Fest Las Vegas that previously suggested the level cap will indeed be going up by fan levels from its previous maximum of 90 in previous expansion FF14 Endwalker. And then it says here, this effect also combats jobs as well as the crafting gathering classes, and there will be new skill introduced for all jobs. Each expansion has increased the level cap by 10, so this falls in line with that. However, during a developer's live stream read through the FF14 6.3 patch notes, Yoshida mentioned that the team has been scratching its heads trying to decide what to do after this milestone. He says that simply going to level 100 would be kind of half, can't even say that word anyway. Like, whoops, come back here. Whoops. See, I'm trying to catch this. This computer is quick. Okay, let's see here. Where are we at? Okay, here we go. Come back here. Nope. Okay, let's see here. Whoops. Trying to catch it. Okay. Okay, that's a long article. Let's see. Okay. Well, I didn't even scratch it. Okay, here we go. I didn't even scratch the surface yet. It says here, okay, FF14 Dawn Trail jobs. It says the Dawn Trail will feature 2 new playable jobs. The first is the Viper, a dual yielding melee DPS class, revealed at London FanFest 2023. Oh, by the way, there's some videos in this article, so I will leave all of them. It says here, the second is the Pictomancer, a range magical DPS unveiled at Tokyo FanFest in January 2024. And then it says here, at LA FanFest, Yoshida teased fans during the live reveal by removing his spirit during the job announcement to reveal a Teenage Mutant Ninja Turtles top underneath, suggesting that one of the jobs may be tied to this. Says here during Final Fantasy FanFest London 2023 event in October, the FF Final Fantasy Viper was revealed, and Yoshida came out wearing a cosplay of the new melee DPS job. He says the Viper is a Final Fantasy original and was designed for players who wanted a dual yield class that felt different from the ninja. It used to use 2 swords that can be combined into a twin blade for high performance combos. And it says here, Final Fantasy XVI Pictomancer is based on the job that first debuted in Final Fantasy VI, and it used a magical brush to paint its enemies. Yoshida noticed that the class can also paint weapons and landscape, and that while it is a DPS job, it is not as attack focused as a black mage, and will have some of the stuff, and will have some ways to buff its allies. Sorry about that. Anyway, this says here, alongside this, there's also a blue mage update for the game, unique limited jobs, and another limited jobs like the Beast Master will also be added at some point during the Dawntrail expansion, while all other jobs will be receiving new skills in Final Fantasy Dawntrail as a part of the aforementioned level increase to 100. Okay, yeah, you Final Fantasy fans got some work. It says here the FF14 Dawntrail new playable race. The new race in FF14 Dawntrail is a female Hrothgar, first introduced as a male-only option in the Shadowbringer expansion. The long-awaited female Hrothgar, the H is silent by the way, it says will debut in Dawntrail following the corresponding arrival of a male Vira in Endwalker. Yeah, actually the 360 had an online version of Final Fantasy, and then the PS3 had two expansions, but then they moved it to the PS4 and then PS5. It says along with being a playable race, we also see some female Hrothgar story characters, the first of whom, shown above, is seen in the final trailer and is the daughter of Toril, current ruler, meaning she is likely to be a pivotal part of the upcoming narrative. And then it says Yoshida also says he has long maintained the addition of FF14 female Hrothgar, who would be the female new race for the MMO. However, with Dawntrail kicking off and all new tale, that could potentially carry us through multiple future expansions. He says, I did like to say this will be the last one, but perhaps I can't. It depends on you. And anything else? Depends on you. Then he says the Dawntrail story. Yoshida says the Dawntrail story will focus on the journey of discovery with long-running Hydaelyn and Zodiark brought to its conclusion in Endwalker. He tells us to think of Dawntrail as the first step in a new story of Final Fantasy. However, he notes that the self-contained story told within Dawntrail will be worthy of a full package RPG title. And says here, we know that upon arriving in New World in Toril, which is located in the far west of the current region of Erosia that we're familiar with, and Scorns will be heading to its major hub city of Tuli. What's this? Tuli Yolo. There, it will become embroiled in the contest to determine the successor to its current ruler, the two-headed, strong and wise Gulu Jaja. And it says Yoshida remarks that these events will see the Scorns divided into two opposing factions. Please look forward to finding out who will be your ally and who will be your rivals, he remarks, as sliding down during the reveal also tease that should rumor be true, contests may lead them to the fabled gates of the city of gold. And yeah, Final Fantasy is big, man. And it says during an episode of FF14 radio show from Erosia with Love, following the initial planning of FF14, 7.0 story. Yoshida confirms to show host recurring FF14 voice actor Yoshiro Nanju that what's that? It's Ryle Balderson, one of the most prominent characters voiced by Nanju Wood, features prominently in Dawn Trail. The sharp-witted Layla Phil Scorn is a fan favorite, but her presence has taken back seat in recent expansions. Oh man, this. Anyway, I could sit here all day and read this, but it's a long article. But anyway, this article basically covering the expansion and the future of Final Fantasy. And how many paragraphs I got left on this? Okay, let's see here. How many paragraphs I got left on this? This thing is still going? Man. Okay, PC Games in. Anyway, this is a long article. But anyway, this article breaks down the entire Final Fantasy 14X Dawn Trail expansion and roadmaps, and new characters and leveling system and so forth. So yeah, if you've been keeping up with it, because remember, I think it's, let's see, the 360 had a Final Fantasy MMO, but then the PS3 had two versions of it, but then they stopped it on the PS3 and then moved over to the PlayStation 4, and they continued it, and then it was on PC, and then they got big, and now it's even coming to Xbox. So yeah, the MMO for this game, a lot of people playing it, man. And if you've been keeping up with this, then then you're ready for the challenge at hand. But it is a big game, that's for sure. So yeah, matter of fact, PS3 had two versions of that game, and then it carried over into the PS4, and then it carried over into the PlayStation 5. So yeah, the world of Final Fantasy, man. Final Fantasy, the MMO is pretty big. Lots of people play it, so a lot of Final Fantasy fans plays it. So yeah, this article has some videos in it, and I'm gonna leave every one of them in the description box. So hope you enjoy the videos. But other than that, man, you guys are covered. So yeah, Square Enix got you covered, or they got their hands full now. Now that Square Enix has merged, they got so many RPGs to work on. They got Final Fantasy what 7? I think there's 3 episodes to it. They could do a Chrono Trigger. Who knows what they could do? They could do a Xenogears. They could do a Vagrant Story. They could do all kind of RPGs that they got in their catalog. So yeah, they got their hands full, man. But this MMO is pretty big, and Xbox fans now can play it, and PC fans are playing it, PlayStation fans are playing it. So yeah, it is a big game. That's for sure. But anyway, I'm gonna leave this video for y'all to enjoy, though. Didn't want to hold you too long. Nice talking to you people again. Chris, still Star Wars and Star Trek playing. Bored, Dark Side. Go. Peace.